Why is Malaysia suddenly standing tall beside its more dominant neighbors? For years, Southeast Asia has been viewed through the lens of Singapore's wealth and Indonesia's size, but things are changing. Malaysia, once seen as the underdog sandwiched between two giants, is now rising in silent strength. From technological growth to global influence, Malaysia is making waves that are impossible to ignore. But how exactly is Malaysia challenging both Singapore's dominance and Indonesia's size? In this video, we break down 10 bold areas where Malaysia is not just keeping pace, but actually competing head-on. Whether you're Malaysian, Southeast Asian, or just curious about global shifts, these points will open your eyes to Malaysia's strategic power. Let's dive into how this emerging powerhouse is turning the tables in its favor. Strategic geographical leverage. Malaysia's geographic position is one of its greatest silent weapons. Unlike Singapore, which is a dense city-state, and Indonesia, which is a vast archipelago, Malaysia sits at a unique crossroads of land and sea that naturally connects east and west. Its dual coastlines on the Straits of Malacca and the South China Sea give it direct access to two of the world's busiest trade routes. Kuala Lumpur, with its central location, has become a hub not just for business but also for regional diplomacy, tourism, and logistics. While Singapore relies heavily on its port and Indonesia is scattered across thousands of islands, Malaysia offers a balance of land infrastructure and maritime accessibility. With key ports like Port Klang and investments in East Malaysia, it's turning its natural location into a strategic advantage that rivals both neighbors. Affordable innovation ecosystem. Malaysia is rapidly becoming a haven for innovation, not by trying to outspend Singapore's high-tech budgets or match Indonesia's massive consumer base, but by creating a cost-effective ecosystem where startups can thrive. Kuala Lumpur's startup scene is filled with entrepreneurs from around the world drawn to its low cost of living, diverse talent pool, and supportive government programs. While Singapore is often seen as exclusive due to high living costs, and Indonesia faces infrastructure challenges, Malaysia strikes a rare balance. Initiatives like Cyberjaya, Penang's Tech Corridor, and strong collaborations with international universities make Malaysia a destination where innovation doesn't break the bank. This affordability is attracting a new wave of digital nomads, remote workers, and venture capitalists who see Malaysia as a smart, scalable base for ideas to grow. Cultural soft power on the rise. In the global competition for influence, soft power is just as important as economic muscle, and this is where Malaysia is stepping into the spotlight. With its rich blend of Malay, Chinese, Indian, and indigenous cultures, Malaysia presents a tapestry of identity that is both authentic and exportable. From its flavorful cuisine to its world-class artists and filmmakers, Malaysia is becoming a cultural ambassador. Films like Mat Kilau and Imaginer, music from local artists gaining global traction, and international recognition of Malaysian cuisine all contribute to a rising global curiosity about the country. While Singapore emphasizes modern minimalism and Indonesia leans into traditional roots, Malaysia offers a vibrant middle ground that is relatable and intriguing to global audiences. Cultural diplomacy is now part of Malaysia's strategy, and it's working beautifully. Balanced diplomatic positioning. Malaysia's foreign policy is increasingly becoming a model of balance in a world divided by superpower rivalries. Unlike Singapore, which often aligns closely with Western powers, or Indonesia, which leans toward non-alignment but faces internal tensions, Malaysia takes a nuanced and calculated approach. It maintains strong ties with both China and the West while asserting its independence on issues like Palestine, Myanmar, and the South China Sea. Malaysia's ability to speak out on moral grounds while maintaining trade relations is earning it respect on the global stage. This balancing act is positioning it as a key voice in ASEAN and beyond, a country that doesn't just follow but leads with conscience and strategy. Tourism that offers depth and diversity. Tourism is more than beaches and shopping malls, it's about experiences that linger. Malaysia is quietly building a tourism brand that is rich in culture, nature, and authenticity. While Singapore markets its futuristic skyline and Indonesia promotes Bali's allure, Malaysia offers everything from the ancient rainforests of Borneo to the heritage streets of Penang. Ecotourism, cultural tourism, halal travel, and medical tourism are all thriving sectors here. What sets Malaysia apart is its ability to offer depth without overwhelming the traveler, authentic village stays, real cultural festivals, and lush landscapes that don't require long flights between islands. It's a tourism model built on value, variety, and vibrancy. Education as a global magnet. Malaysia is becoming a regional education powerhouse by attracting international students to its shores. With partnerships with UK and Australian universities, English language programs, and affordable tuition, it's becoming a smart choice for students from the Middle East, Africa, and Southeast Asia. Unlike Singapore's high-pressure elite system or Indonesia's uneven education infrastructure, Malaysia offers a middle path, globally recognized education in a relaxed, multicultural environment. The growth of institutions like the University of Nottingham, Malaysia, Monash, Malaysia, and Asia Pacific University is drawing attention from international scholars and students alike. This not only boosts the economy but creates soft links with future global leaders educated in Malaysia. Halal economy leadership. In the Islamic world, Malaysia is emerging as a quiet leader in the halal economy. From halal food to cosmetics, pharmaceuticals to finance, Malaysia is setting standards and exporting products trusted across the Muslim world. Unlike Indonesia, which has size but less consistency in regulation, or Singapore, which lacks a majority Muslim population, Malaysia combines credibility, infrastructure, and certification. This gives it a competitive edge in a global market looking for reliable halal goods and services. Malaysia's push into halal tourism and fintech is further positioning it as a global leader in this niche but powerful economic domain. A green transition with local roots. As the world turns toward sustainability, Malaysia is weaving green strategies into its national development. Unlike Singapore's top-down technological approach or Indonesia's focus on forest preservation, Malaysia is integrating green tech with local wisdom. Solar energy projects in rural areas, electric vehicle policies that support local producers, and conservation programs involving indigenous communities are showing how green change can be inclusive. Malaysia's biodiversity is being protected not just for show, but as part of a national identity. The narrative is shifting from development versus environment to development with environment, and that gives Malaysia an edge in long-term planning. Political maturity in progress. While politics in Southeast Asia are often turbulent, Malaysia is beginning to show signs of democratic maturity. With peaceful transitions of power, increasing youth participation, and growing accountability through social media and civil society, Malaysia is on a journey toward greater political refinement. While Singapore has tight control and Indonesia wrestles with decentralization, Malaysia is navigating its own version of participatory democracy. The presence of multiple coalitions, vibrant debates, and press freedom, despite challenges, indicates that Malaysia is willing to evolve politically. This evolution is laying the groundwork for more transparent governance and smarter policymaking that benefits the people. The spirit of unity through diversity. At the heart of Malaysia's strength is its unique identity, a country where diversity is not just tolerated but celebrated. In a world fractured by division, Malaysia stands as a symbol of coexistence. It's not perfect, but its people are learning how to live, work, and thrive together across languages, religions, and cultures. This unity through diversity gives Malaysia a psychological edge. It teaches resilience, adaptability, and innovation from the ground up. This is something neither Singapore's uniformity nor Indonesia's sheer scale can replicate in the same way. It's an invisible asset, but one that fuels everything else we've discussed. Malaysia is no longer a country that waits to be compared, it's a nation creating its own comparisons. By combining cultural richness, strategic policies, and human resilience, it is writing a new story for Southeast Asia. It may not shout the loudest, but it's moving the smartest. While Singapore dazzles with its skyline and Indonesia roars with its numbers, Malaysia grows with quiet power, and that's something the world is beginning to notice. So the next time someone asks which Southeast Asian country is rising fastest, remember this video, and remember that Malaysia is no longer chasing. It's competing, and in many ways, it's winning.